This is the plaintiff, Brian Ralph. He says he rented a room from the defendant for 2 years, and they became good friends. When he told him he would be moving out to take a job out of state, it must have made him mad because he never really spoke to him again. Now the guy thinks he can just steal his security deposit. He's here to let him know he can't, and is suing for the $1,160 he's owed. This is the defendant, James Hoey. He says he and the plaintiff had an agreement that he would give 2 months' notice when he left. Well, the guy only gave him a few weeks' notice, and then he just moved out. He told the plaintiff in no uncertain terms he would not be getting his security back. The plaintiff refuses to take no for an answer, and now he's trying his luck in court? Good luck. He's accused of cooling off to a tenant.
All parties, please use your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says his landlord became his friend and then a thief. But the defendant says his tenant scampered out without even giving notice. It's the case of stick 'em up.
Thank you, Douglas. Brian Ralph?
Yes.
You are suing James,
Yes.
what's your last name?
Hoey.
Hoey, James Hoey, for $1,160 security deposit and rent and some utilities that you say he owes you and won't pay you. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so I sublet a room from Jim from, September 2014 until I paid through October 2015. At the time in which I gave him a deposit is $750. He said as long as I gave him 30 days notice, I would get my deposit back. So that clearly didn't happen. So for the past year and a half, I've been just kind of lackadaisically going after it, but I'm at a point now where,
Where the statute of limitations is running?
Yeah. No.
Okay,
Is
so
there statute of limitations?
yeah, you're getting close. How many years ago was all this?
Year and a half.
All right. So how much of a security deposit did you give him?
$750.
How did you two find each other?
Craigslist.
Okay, and so you left in October of 2015 or November?
October, I moved everything out. Yeah.
Okay, and when you left, was there a discussion about the security deposit?
All throughout, yeah.
And what would he say to you?
I'd get it back.
That you would get it back. And
Yes.
then when did he ever say you're not going to get it back?
He's never said I'm not going to get it. He keeps promising to pay. I have
Okay,
text
so
messages
what's
to
going
prove
on? What's the defense?
Yeah, so when we first made the agreement to move in, it was always 2 months. And so
2 months what?
Notice that would be given prior to any move out.
Is that in writing?
I think we had put it in writing afterwards, after
May I
an
see
oral
it?
agreement. I don't have a copy of that. He
Oh,
may.
that's unfortunate. That's kind of the concept behind writing, isn't it?
It
That
is,
you are
yeah.
able to prove later an agreement that you are standing on to explain why you won't hand the man his money, right? That's the whole idea behind a writing. Because watch this. You say it's 30 days. Yeah. So now what?
He gave me, I forget how long it was, but it wasn't the full 2 months when he moved out. So that left me in a position to have to kind of scramble to get someone to move in.
Did somebody move in?
Eventually, yeah. But
What's eventually?
It was a prorated next month, so I lost some money on that.
How much money did you lose?
Probably, it was prorated. It wasn't a full, hold on, it was
So
about.
if you lost half a month's rent, why is it you won't return half of the security deposit?
It was more than that. It was probably,
How was it?
Yeah, it was about 600, I think.
Do you have any proof of that?
Again, no. It's a sublease situation, so, it's hard to.
No, it's not hard. It's very, very simple. Did you two know each other before you moved in together?
No.
So I'm just so curious why you let it go for so long.
Because we became good friends, I think.
Oh, you
over the
stayed
time
good friends?
No, well, during the time which I lived there. So I figured, you give your friend a break. You don't want to harass him.
And his answer to you is never, you didn't give me notice. His answer to you is always, I just don't have the money.
Yeah, I have copies of the text messages.
Oh, let me see.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so he was notified on August 30th.
No, don't come up to me, honey. We don't do that in court. You hand it to my bailiff.
Yes.
That big strapping guy is protecting me from you. That guy.
So the landlords typically rip tenants off when it comes to returning security.
I don't, so I don't think so.
Are you a landlord?
Sort of. Yeah, we own storages.
Okay, what do you say?
Yes.
They do. What do you say, man?
Yes,
Why do you say that?
because it never seems fair based on what they give back and how long you've been there.
Are you a tenant?
No.
Ah, really? That's I was going to say that comes from a tenant, but it doesn't. Are you?
I've been a tenant.
Okay, fair enough.
Seen that.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Thank you. Going inside the courtroom.
Who's Danita?
Oh, she was one of my roommates.
And October 18th, you text him and you say, hey, I talked to Danita. She says you haven't even been showing the room. She said she'd take care of it if you haven't done anything. And then you say $785. What's $785, the amount?
Because I offered to make a posting for it. Just 'cause, I mean, I offered when I even gave him my notice.
His answer is, tell her I'll take care of it. Can you take care of it soon? You ask. You're not exercising due diligence on filling the room so I can get my deposit back. I've given you ample notice at this point. I will fill it and put up the ad tonight, and I guarantee your deposit. Well, that's fascinating. You guaranteed his deposit, and this is October 18th, and this is how long after you moved out?
I mean, I moved out mid-month, so it was around that time, yeah.
Okay. Appreciate your concern. Next Sunday's fine. I'll check the tubs.
Yeah, I left stuff there. I never got that back, but whatever.
I have January 4th of 2016. I have your money and we'll send it ASAP. Thanks again for your patience. Where's the outrage about how he didn't give you sufficient notice?
I guess the outrage had abated a little bit by that point.
Abated? I don't see evidence of it at all. I think it fomented as soon as you got a lawsuit notice. Okie dokie. Well, that was fun. You are suing for $1,160 because you want your security deposit and you want half the rent for October.
Yes.
When did you give notice?
August 30th. It's dated on the...
Okay, and you don't debate that?
No.
Okay. So, but why do you want half the rent for October?
Well, because, I mean, when I gave him the deposit, he said 30 days. So, I mean, I paid rent for 2 additional...
Right, but you would always pay the first of the month, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you give him notice in August, and then you happen to have moved out October, middle of October, but your rental period is a full month. It's not half a month, or I stayed 7 days, so that's all I'm giving you.
It was 2 months' rent that I paid after notice, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but okay. I understand you say you paid August, then you paid September, and then you paid October. Now you want half of October back because you chose to leave in the middle of... No, that's not how it works. So you don't get half the month back. What's half of the October utilities? How come?
Well, it was just for half the month. I mean, because when
right, but you do get your security deposit back, $750 plus your court costs, verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks. Oh, plus prejudgment statutory interest on it.
Sounds good.
Well, the plaintiff does prevail. He gets $750 of his security back plus some interest. You had no agreement, no written agreement.
It just
He
goes
said
to show
1 month, you said 2 months?
You got to get it in writing. That was my main issue. You know, like he said, it was never a personal thing. It was always about this disagreement. So I'm glad the judge was able to come to that conclusion, and you know, it is what it is.
Okay, thank you very much. $750 it's going to cost, plus some interest. Here comes Mr. Ralph. You okay?
Yeah, I'm
satisfied?
Oh, yeah.
There's some of it you didn't get, but at least you're going to get something now after a while.
Yeah.
I think Sheila was surprised you didn't do something sooner. This has been going on for a long time.
Well, again, I mean, like you said, I'm a friend, so you don't want to take your friend to court, you know?
Do you think you're still friends now?
I mean, there's always possibility. You never know.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations. Harvey, again, evidence is key, right?
Hey, Doug, in many states, landlords get socked with 2 or 3 times the amount improperly withheld if they violate the law.